Hello guys, welcome back. We have been busy, things are picking up again, thanks God. And we kind of neglected the channel, haven't done many videos lately, but we took the opportunity that we were doing some groundwork to make a video for you guys. Since it's a lot of content, we'll try to split it in two sections. So in the first part, we're going to be talking about the groundwork with the gear on. We're going to talk about the different type of surface that we work on, and then in the second part we're going to do some demonstrations how to do the groundwork with the gear and the loading on. So if you are an advanced system student or you are a member of the law enforcement, military or security agency, you may want to skip to the part 2 of this video. But if you're a civilian or a beginner or intermediate system practitioner, you may want to stick with me for this first part. Okay, in Core System Combatives we work with 3 surfaces. The first one is the mats, because they are soft, they are good for beginners who are learning how to move and how to do the rolls and the movement on the ground. Then the progression for that for intermediate practitioners is the grass, and we use the grass because the grass is harder than the mats, but still softer than the timber. Then for advanced student and professional, we work only on the hard surface, which is hardwood, timber. And the reason why we use timber and not, for example, the concrete is simple. So you get the same outcome out of both hard surfaces, but in the concrete, it's like working over sandpaper. So if you're a wealthy person and can't afford to put holes on your clothing every time that you train, well, they're good for you. But most of us, we like to look after our training gear, so we don't like putting holes in our pants and buy new pants and new shirts every time that we train. So the timber or the hardwood is kind to the clothing, so less likely you're going to put holes on it. And the good thing about working on hard surfaces is that hard surface is a good teacher. You really get to know your body and where your bony beats are. That's how you learn how to tuck in all your bony beats. After you finish working on the hard surface, for the first time you probably notice little bruises in all your bony beats on your shoulder, elbows and knees that you probably didn't even know that those bones existed or that you have them. Because the mats, as I said at the beginning, are very soft and they are linear, so you can afford the luxury of being negligent and then fall and roll in whatever way, because the mat is gonna be forgiven. But the hardwood is unforgiving. So if you do the wrong thing, you're gonna feel it straight away. It's gonna hurt. Okay, so while we train with the gear on, well, I see a lot of videos out there, the people working on the hard surfaces with nothing. More likely that if you are a member of the military or law enforcement or security personnel, you work with gear. So this gear forms part of your body. So there has to be mindfulness of that. When you roll, when you fall, this gear that is sticking out of your body may hurt you. You can fall over your holster and you can dislocate a disc or your hip. So careful consideration has been taken to this, so therefore it's important, paramount to train with your gear on. Same with loads. We have here, just 1 second, a weighted vest. That vest weighs 10 kilos, which is around 22 pounds for our friends on the other side of the Pacific. That's pretty much the average loading gear. So working with that weighted vest is important in sense of it really makes you have the correct posture. So your shoulders in alignment with your hips, so your weight is evenly distributed in your back and between both your legs. If you wear without any weights, you can again afford the luxury to have a bad posture and you won't notice the difference. But when you are walking for the entire day out of the range and you're carrying all your gear, then you're going to start feeling it, oh, my lower back hurts, and that's because you had a bad posture. You were leaning forward, putting unnecessary stress in your lower back muscles. Or when you were getting up and down, you were over exercising one of the legs, either the front leg or the rear leg, and then you end at the end of the day have one leg that is perfectly fine and the other one is completely exhausted. So when you get used to work with the load, then you learn how to correct your posture, always have a straight back, always take the load with both your legs together so they are both working in sync, and you don't over exercise one of the legs, or you don't over exercise the lower muscles of your back. The other important things of working with your gear is that gets you in the habit. So if I'm gonna throw my gun and I do check and safe, gotcha. Okay, so you throw your gun, presentation and aim. Okay, this is a training gun. There's a person behind the camera, but it's a training gun, so there's no moving parts. Presentation and aim, discharge, lower ready, check for secondary threat, and back to holster. It gets you in the habit of having your hands in your gear, so you're not using your hands to get up. Okay, the job of your hands and your arms is to accessing and operate your gear. If I have some malfunction in my weapon system, I can check it here, but I should be able to get up the floor and go down without having to use my hands. We have made a video already in the past, one of our older videos that is, you can go and check it out, the defending from kicks when you're lying vulnerable on the ground. So you get up, you see there why you have to get up with your legs while your arms are here, because you could be fighting back, throwing punches or deflecting kicks and start coming at you. That's the job of your arms. The job of your arms is not to help you to get up, because if you're using your arms to get up, you get hit in the face, all right? Or you're using your hands to get up and you have a malfunction here. How you're gonna check the malfunction if your hands is on the ground helping you to get up? So your legs should be strong enough and flexible enough to do their job, which is to get you up and down and move and kick. That's the job of their legs. Okay, the job of your arms is not to support you. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna do some exercise, then some drills, and I will be explaining that in the second part. So I'll see you in the second part. Bye bye.